Cord. There we go.
So we're just starting off with a Q&A on what kids my age, 14 to let's say 17-year-old high school athletes should eat because I made a change at this age and I find it's made a big difference in my lifestyle. So just doing a little Q&A to bring it out to the other teenagers my age.
Yes, sir. This is Arjun, 15, freaking went down
14, 14.
almost down 20 pounds, right? Like
Yeah,
in
oh yeah. Down 20
like
pounds,
down
19.
down 19 in less than two
Yeah.
months, eating a lot of
Yeah.
food, which is cool.
Hmm.
And if you're new to the channel, I'm Jack. I'm a health coach and researcher. I've been doing this full time for about a year, but at Arjun's age, I got interested in health and nutrition. I was a high school football player throughout high school, obviously, but then started getting interested in playing college football, was told I could play college football, but I had to gain a bunch of weight. So then from there, went about YouTube and started learning how to gain weight. Eventually played college football, lost about 80 pounds after, and did some coaching and firefighting. And now this is what I do full time is work with people one-on-one to help improve health, whether that's weight loss or different health things going on or transformations or current athletes. So working with Arjun here, and we got some
Oh
good
yeah.
questions. So I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Let's start off with how can teens like balance sports, school, and just being healthy, like having a healthy eating? Let's just put it out there. Because I know when I came to you, I was so busy. I had PT one day, I had lifting, and then I'd go do homework, and my day ends at 9:45. I try to get in bed by 9:45. But like measuring food, all those things, how do I balance that at this age?
it's a good question. Well, you're becoming a man. I think that's the
Yeah.
first thing to internalize is you have the ability to control your life. You can either let it go by the wayside in the sense of health, right? You can kind of just be passive about it and just hope for the best, eat the school lunch, eat your granola bars, eat your goldfish, your trail mix, your chicken patties, or you can think, well, I aspire to be a really good high school athlete or college athlete or professional athlete or a healthy individual. And
Yeah.
then the first step is realizing that you have to change. Now, it doesn't have to be some drastic measures initially.
Yeah.
The first thing is realizing it, right? Is realizing, okay, I want to become healthier. So internalizing that and then asking yourself throughout the day, am I doing what I want to be doing? Are these actions leading to the result I want to get to?
Yeah.
So as simple as just asking your parents when you're 14 or 15, you can't drive yet. So asking your parents to
Mhm.
have healthy food, right? We
Yeah.
want to think about single ingredient whole foods, a lot of lean protein sources, solid dairy, fruits, easy to digestible fruits, some vegetables, like some basic stuff, and have
Yeah.
that on hand. And don't even worry
Hmm.
about measuring it initially. And then
Yeah.
you start, just incorporating those foods rather than overeating, or when you're really hungry, rather than eating
Mhm.
something that's processed, these protein
Yeah.
bars, these protein snacks with 55, 60 ingredients,
Yeah.
having, a banana, some milk, some yogurt, stuff like that are some basic, I
Hmm.
think, first steps. And then realizing too, sometimes you're going to get ridiculed at school. I remember when
Yeah.
back in 2015, 2014, 2015, 2016, I used to track my macros. Okay, this
Yeah.
is a long time ago now. 12 plus years ago, I used to track my macros in school. I would bring my school lunch. I would have my chicken, my rice, whatever that I thought I saw, Jay Cutler eating on YouTube
Yeah.
that's what I learned. That's how I learned, Mark Bell, all these guys. So I would
Yeah.
do
So
that.
many people. Yeah.
Yeah. And what you have to learn is not everyone really, when you pursue health, right, it makes other
Hmm.
people uncomfortable sometimes, Arjun. When you
Yeah.
pursue health, sometimes people who aren't pursuing health see you as you're rising. Whoa, this guy's getting better and better.
But then they want to downgrade you. They're like, well,
Correct.
this is not what I read on the internet. Because every kid at my age now is you need to get 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That's simply not true. There's side effects from that. I'm gonna get better product out of that than you eating whatever protein stuff you want to do. So I think like people are gonna start downgrading you, people are gonna make fun of what you eat. Like, but it works. Like what I'm doing right now, it works. I've gotten stronger, I haven't lost any muscle, and I've lost 19 pounds.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
The proof's in the pudding. A lot of times people are just repeating rhetoric that they've heard online. from
Hmm.
somebody who tells them to do something. That person happens to be a highly influential person with a lot of followers, and they're telling you to eat protein. Well, guess what they
Yeah.
sell? Guess what they have a discount code to? Protein
A
powders, protein bars.
random, yeah,
So they're telling you to do these things, and you also they don't tell you they're on steroids, they're on
they
peptides, they're
don't.
taking all of these things.
Yeah.
So and then they're eating these minimal amount of food. They're selling you this protein, they're selling you these drugs, these clothes, X, Y, and Z.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
not to rid I'm not against anybody here, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is you have to be conscious of a lot of people just parrot information. And rather than
Yeah.
that, try things out. Like you
Hmm.
tried the high protein, you tried the protein bars,
It
and then
didn't
you came to
work.
me. Yeah, and you came to me and
Yeah.
you're like, okay, let's, what do we got? And then we did it
Yeah.
and you feel much better. So,
Yeah.
the proof's in the pudding.
I mean, if you looked at it like when we started eating, I was eating what, two Uncrustables per day. Like there was barely any, maybe my lunch was the only real food in there. But and my breakfast. But like the change it's not like a hard change. We put in real snacks, we put in carrots, we put in fresh fruit. Mango season is around. Those mangoes are fresh. It tastes just like candy. Like,
Correct.
but and then I ate ice cream every night for the first month.
Yup.
Yeah.
Boom. We'll
And
add it back
I'm
in. I know you're pissed about that, but
yeah,
we'll add it back in. We're reducing fats a little bit. The
no,
the
I don't
goal
mind it.
the goal behind that, for people wondering, right, Arjun's
Yeah.
cutting down a little bit. He plays high school football, so the goal is right rather than cutting for a real long period of time. Let's get down
Hmm.
pretty quick in a healthy
Yeah.
manner, which he is, getting stronger, feeling better. Get down, and then when we hit a maintenance stage, we add some fats like ice cream back in. So
Hmm.
sometimes that's the lever, reducing fat sometimes rather than
Yeah.
reducing carbs for performance.
I thought my parents thought it was crazy when they saw half of it was what those half like you would eat half thing of ice cream every night.
Haagen-Dazs, yep.
Haagen-Dazs, yeah. Haagen-Dazs, I mean, I loved it. It felt like I was on a cheat meal every day.
That's the
Yeah.
goal is, right,
Yeah.
to also not be restrictive, right? You want to be able to
Hmm.
enjoy the food you eat.
Yeah.
And I think that's huge. A lot of times, if
Yeah.
people overdo it, over restrict, then they're going to lead to overeating. So you want to
Yeah.
find that balance.
And I think a big thing is like learning how to cook. Cooking at home is a big thing. Because I remember coming to you. I told you 2 weeks into the program, you have a Chipotle order out for, of course, people who need it. Some people can't live without like their outside food. But I went there one day and I ate it one night. I felt like shit the next day. I felt horrific the next day. So, and it really did prove like just cook at home. I haven't eaten something from outside since that day. So,
It's a big realization for people.
yeah.
Again, a lot of these things, it's just such a change from their paradigm, right? They're so
Hmm.
used to, I need to go out to this restaurant. I need to go do this
Yeah.
and this. And what they don't realize is a lot of these places, like Chipotle or others, cook with these polyunsaturated fats. And unfortunately,
Yes. Yeah.
cooking with those fats are going to lead to a lot of inflammation, water retention, increased estrogen, digestive issues, skin, etc. So
Hmm.
yeah, but it's good you realize that. And that's the cool thing
Yeah.
about when you start to go to a pro metabolism whole food diet, then when you have it off of it, you're like, okay, I did it and I'm
Yeah.
going to come back to that. So like
Yeah.
once in a
Yeah.
while, that's life. You're going to have situations where you don't have exactly what you'd like to have, but
Hmm.
when you come back and you continue following that plan, that's a huge win.
Yeah. And I think people like mistake it as like it tastes great to the tongue, but it's not gonna sit well in your system. Like a big thing my dad told me, like when I was even growing up, he's like, you're eating for the taste of your tongue. You're not thinking about what it's gonna do to your health. Because he lost over 30 pounds during COVID, but he didn't do it in like he did in the inter fasting phase. And he wasn't trying to look to gain muscle. He wasn't trying to do anything, but he lost it but he didn't everybody told him like you look skinny, you don't have any muscle on you. And that's where I was like, he asked me to do it. I was like, no, I can't. I need my muscle. I can't look like I just lost a ton of weight and I have all this skin on me. So that's where I learned that you need to look at what you're eating. Just be self-conscious.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to be careful of what is putting in your body,
Hmm.
what is being put in your body all the time. Whether
Yeah.
that's food, whether that's water, whether that's air, whether that's other people, whether that's information on your phone. You
Hmm.
you have to be extremely, I think as you improve your health, you start to realize different things can affect you.
Yeah.
And and then understanding how to go about those things, how to control things the best you can, while also
Yeah.
reducing stress and realizing I'm going to try the best I can. And if it's not perfect for one day, that's okay.
Yeah. And the big thing is like, yeah, my stress levels have been very low ever since I started like working with you. I mean, I'm someone who like I come home after like my long day and I'll just sit down with some of my work and I'll just start doing it and I'll chip away at it. But like I'll be honest, my grades were amazing when I worked with you. Like I had I'm in honor roll this quarter, so maybe we can put it towards health eating healthy. We
Increase your
can
metabolism is actually going to lead to
yeah.
more energy in the brain. So it's also helps
Hmm.
for depression, for school, especially like the B vitamins, which we like is definitely within food. So it makes sense for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I just did my
Cool.
research. I just did a research topic for one of my classes. I did a whole presentation on chicken. So,
How was
yeah,
that?
it was great. I got a great grade on it. I wrote a whole essay on it. Did a presentation on the vitamins. Um, red blood cells improves red blood cells. Improves metabolism. All those type of things. So yeah, I mean, I learned so much like from this, not just like eating healthy. It's measuring your food. What does this food do to you? What does that food do to you? Orange juice helps your metabolism. All those types of things.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. You
Yeah.
gotta send me your presentation. I'll have to check it out.
Oh, I will. I got you.
Yeah, please do. Sweet.
Yeah. So I'll go on to my next question. Like, is there any negative things that like are there any negative effects from being on a strict diet? Because some people wonder, they're like, am I gonna get a eating disorder? Am I gonna have this? Am I gonna have that? People wonder that.
What do you think?
I honestly don't think so. I think it's
Uh,
just you have to be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined.
yeah, it depends for the person, right? Like
Yeah.
certain people I don't give a strict plan to at all. Do I
Hmm.
prefer to give a strict plan? No. So like
Yeah.
within the next month or two for you, we'll stage into a food list and then approximate sizes for meals, and then you track those in an app called
Hmm.
Chronometer. Very
Okay.
easy.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, but for initially, right, when you're coming off of eating Uncrustables and eating this and that, now there's different approaches, right? You could just do a food list, you could
Hmm.
track your food, but sometimes people, it just doesn't flow that way. If you have a
Yeah.
set roadmap in front of you, and if you follow it, which I told you, the weight will come
Hmm.
off. So just if you
Yeah.
follow it, and it did, and then you're like, okay,
Yeah.
sweet. And then from there, you lose weight. And then for sport rise wise, now you're like, okay, I'm going to maintain, maybe start
Hmm.
focus on gaining muscle. Then we loosen things up a ton. So you got the result, you feel better, health improves,
Yeah.
and then you loosen up. So no, I don't think so. But obviously it depends on the person. So
Yeah.
if you felt like that, definitely tell me. I don't think it's over restrictive either.
Oh
Like
no, no, you're not restricted. No, it's not
in a
at all.
sense of like, right, there's a food as an example, right? Like
Hmm.
for Arjun, there's a food, whether it's dairy, like a lean dairy source as an example.
Yeah.
And then I have like 6 to 8 substitutes that you
Yeah.
could sub in, or lean protein, same thing, a bunch of subs, or
Hmm.
carbohydrate. You've got
Like 15
20 different.
ounces. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have me drinking like 15 ounces, 10 ounces of milk like
Hmm.
through the
A
day.
lot of milk.
I Yeah, it's a lot of milk. I drink around, I believe, what is it, 20 ounces of it through the day, and that's usually post-workout. Throw some cinnamon in there. Throw a
Yeah.
little bit. I take some of the maple syrup or carbohydrates. Dude, that's a vanilla milkshake right there.
That's
I'm
the
not even
maple
gonna lie to
milk.
you.
That's the
That's
hitter.
some. You do that? I thought I was
Oh, the
crazy
maple
for doing
no,
that.
maple milk is really good. I should probably post that. It's
You
really
need
I
to
do that all
put.
the time.
I found that myself. I don't know if you use like vanilla paste or
I've used
like
it or vanilla
vanilla.
bean or all that stuff. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
It tastes
yeah.
exactly like I love it. I was chugging it on the way to I had tutoring today, so it was amazing. I love
Oh,
it.
beautiful. Yeah, I
Yeah.
put it in a mason jar. I'm gonna be traveling this weekend. I'm speaking at like
Yeah.
an O-line conference, then go I have a fighter
Okay.
who's fighting. And I usually travel with a bunch of mason jars.
Hmm.
And some are with coffee, some are with milk, some are with sugar. So
Yeah.
that's great. I'm happy you like it.
Honey also works really great. I found you just got to heat the milk up a little bit and then you do some honey and then yeah.
For sure.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
warm milk and honey with salt before bed is great.
it's great. I drink it instead of I sometimes have it for my yogurt bowl. So, but yeah, so that's I think a big thing was that it was easy. The first day was definitely, I'll be honest, like when I looked at all that information at 6 a.m. in the morning, I was like, what the heck, dude? Like I spent my
So you
first
signed up
period
for.
class. I, I spent my first period Spanish class looking at that whole thing. I was like, what did I get myself into? Then I come home and I'm like, this is easy. Like
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
Okay, good. I'm happy you felt
Yeah.
it looks like a lot of information. Like I
Oh
put it in a
yeah.
Google
Yeah.
Drive and there's a bunch of folders, a lot of different documents, but
Hmm.
then it's like, okay, we can do this. So
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's a big thing. Like if if you break down substitutes. Of course, I don't use any, I used a lot of substitutes at first. Like, I wasn't eating the mushrooms a lot. I was substitute those out. Now I started, like, I incorporated those. I stick to exactly you gave me because I knew it would. This is when I found the biggest change when I stuck to what your meal plan gave me. Because I know you told me that these foods are what you think works the best for me.
correct. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I like to structure it, right? Is like you tell me you have a goal and I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
well, let's get you the
Yeah.
goal. And I know these foods are going to probably, it takes some tinkering the first couple weeks. And then once we know what kind of works for you and I can see temperature wise, heart rate, scale,
Hmm.
then we're like,
Yeah.
okay, let's start, let's really commit to this, which is what we've done. Get the weight off. And then things get a lot easier, man. When you have lower
Hmm.
body fat percentage, you could have more testosterone. So a lot of people think, oh my gosh, you're gonna lose
Yeah.
weight, you're gonna lose muscle. Well, you're not. When you reduce body fat and you're
Yeah.
getting down from 25% to 20 to 18 to
Hmm.
16, you've got way more you're getting less aromatization, which is less testosterone converting to estrogen, which is huge. A lot when I was young too, I gained a lot of weight, and we want to avoid impacting hormones. So, like you
Hmm.
mentioned about like strict diet, I think right now getting things
Yeah.
really dialed in is going to allow you to really develop as a man hormone wise. It's going to be very helpful.
Yeah, I think that's a big, yeah. I think a big thing I found is like I became more of a man. I did an interview today personally at school. It was for like the Sheriff's Office Academy. And they were like, they asked me, like, what do you, like, they just asked me about my daily life. I was like, yeah, I don't eat any processed food. And they're like, you do that at 14? I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah,
that's
I
what I'm
do that
saying.
at 14. And they're like,
Come on.
this just like, people look at you differently when they see it.
Yeah, man. That
So,
aura
yeah.
about you when you're really like you're really about it. You're not just like, oh, I want to be good at football, I want to eat
Yeah.
healthy. No, you're doing it. You're eating healthy. You're eating the right
Yeah.
stuff. You're working your ass off in school, in the weight room. Like
Hmm.
that's people can feel that. Like that's a real energy and
Yeah.
that's really powerful. So kudos to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, a big thing, like I asked you in the beginning, I think before we even started, I said, what would a cheat day do to like an athlete on a meal plan? Like, what's it gonna do to them? Because I've always wondered myself. I'm like, my mom's asked me multiple times. She's like, "Oh, come on, your grandma sent this in the mail. Can you try it?" Or I made this today for this festival. Can you try it? Or my friends have like their mom made something. They're like, can you just have a bite? I'm like, no, I can't. And I remember I went to a work party the other day and I texted you that day. I was like, this food looks tempting. But I held myself accountable that day. I was like, I'm not eating anything.
What did I say to you?
So you said you, it was, it's something about being an animal, I think. Can't find it.
I was like, oh, he's getting tempted. I mean, again, these temptations are really normal. I think what's important right now, Arjun,
Yeah.
this is like a sprint. Like right for you, we're gonna get
Hmm.
fat off.
Yeah.
You're really developing mentally, but that sometimes it takes years, many years for people to develop this way, to have this discipline, actually follow through on the word. Not to just say they want to do something.
Hmm.
I know people who said they want to lose weight
Yeah.
for 15 years and they never done it. What you're doing is you're actually following through
They
on your
never
word
done it. Yeah.
and you're doing it. And what happens there is now you realize if you have a goal, whatever goal that seems really hard, and most people never even try,
Yeah.
you did it. You accomplished your goal.
Yeah.
So guess what? Now you can apply this to the rest of your life. You can apply this to any other goal. Who gives a fuck if it's really hard? And most people think they can't do it. You've already done
Yeah.
that.
Hmm.
99% population, doesn't have abs. So if you like what I'm saying is like if you improve your health and you're
Hmm.
able to follow through on your word, you can apply that to everything. Everything.
Yeah.
I think it's huge.
So it's that, yeah, I think it's just like like it comes into that discipline part. You gotta say your mind to it. It's like if you're on a run, you're not gonna just stop and walk for 10 seconds. It's gonna ruin your time. So I think that's like where the cheat day part comes in. You're in a full sprint right here. You can't just stop and take a 5-second break.
Yeah, and again, we're gonna like slowly kind of get down. We're already very close to the goal weight, I think,
Hmm.
kind of in the next five to
Yeah.
10 pounds, and then from there, kind of reverse out and maintain,
Hmm.
and then possibly even gain. So for cheat day, you know,
Yeah.
again. depends on the food. I think that can lead to more eating disorders, is
Yeah,
being strict and then doing cheat days. I think a
I
much
think
better
so
way
too.
to
Yeah.
a much better way to do it
hmm
is a carb cycle approach where you have some days where you eat more, but you're eating more in congruence with training and you're eating more carbohydrates that you're not storing as fat. You know, it depends on the
Yeah.
person again, but I've experienced cheat days.
Yeah.
I've done them personally. And you don't feel good, man. You don't feel good
Yeah.
mentally either. Digestion's terrible.
No.
You might want to take a laxative because you feel bound up or you're going to the bathroom a lot. You feel depressed. You feel kind of like ashamed of yourself. You retain water, you weigh
Yeah.
heavier, or you don't even weigh
I
in.
think a
Like,
big thing you said was ashamed of yourself. Like it's your whole day is ruined. You're happy in the moment, but it comes back to like you're just eating for the taste of the tongue.
that's gluttony. It's the same thing as it's very similar to lust. It's very similar to pride. There's,
hmm
certain attributes that I don't think are really helpful to
Yeah.
do and it can become a habit. It can
Yeah.
become a habit is kind of cheating, turning into binging. And again, I've been there, so that's why like I can and I help a lot of people with eating disorders. So,
Yeah.
I think it's basically I think of it like bowling, right? When you're teaching a little kid how to
Yeah.
bowl, what do they initially they have the guardrails on the side. And they have a little like
Yeah.
little slide. They put the ball down. So it's pretty straightforward. They put the
Ramp to
ball
take him
down.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. And eventually you take the ramp off.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's you tracking food. And you've got the sides.
hmm
And then eventually you know how to do it and you don't have to weigh food. Like for me, I can lose weight. I don't weigh any food. I don't track any food. So
Exactly.
like, eventually you get to that point,
Yeah.
but I think you've got to relearn it just like you would in school. You know, you learn how to eat healthy. Eventually, first of
hmm
all, you got to learn addition and subtraction before you do geometry. So that's
Yeah.
the answer. Long
Exactly.
answer.
I think I totally actually. Yeah. No, that totally like that actually fully like clears it up for I think a lot of people. But like my friends have also wondered because I tell my friends like I have a friend who was weighing he was weighing a ton of weight before we're good friends, and he's like I just told him like eat healthy start. I didn't tell him to track his food, but he's starting to track his food. He's not eating too much. I told him to eat. He's like 30 pounds more than me, and he wants to lose a little bit of weight. And he asks me every here and there, he's like, my mom made a cheesecake this day. Can I have some? He's like, it's you're not gonna feel great after it. He's like, I go eat some Haagen-Dazs. You're gonna like that. So I tell him that, and I tell all my friends who come to me and ask about cheat days. One of my teachers personally is really fit. And he's a freak guy. So and told him today, I'm like, I don't do cheat days. I eat good food. Some days my non-training days are my cheat days. I eat more carbs. I eat ice cream on one of the days. So he's like, yeah, that's like that works for you. So yeah, it works for some people, it works for doesn't, I think.
Yeah, it's person dependent. It really is. I think some people
Yeah.
cheat day is different, everybody. Some people cheat day is a one slice of pizza,
hmm
maybe two slices of pizza, a little pint of Ben and Jerry's. Cool. In that regard, not the end of the world. You're getting some polyunsaturated fats, but it's not the end of the world. Some people, it's a full
hmm
pizza. It's a full carton and
Yeah.
two cartons of ice cream. It's a full thing of Oreos. There's
Full
different
garbage
type.
plate from Hungary's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
two of them, two triples, plus a milkshake, plus a Sonic. Like
Yeah.
it goes to 10,000 calories. So if you're typically eating
Yeah.
2,500 and you eat 3,500 on a cheat day, that's different than a 10,000 calorie binge. So that's
Exactly.
the nuance behind the
Yeah.
cheat day. Yeah, it depends on the person. Some people, we want to avoid that for sure, the binging. So that's why
hmm
trying to have food that tastes good that you enjoy. But unfortunately in society, man, like this is part of it, right? They're not
Yeah.
people, a lot of people aren't just eat, a lot of people aren't making really healthy foods. So what really
Yeah.
happens, Arjun, is you're really going to be kind of the leader, the thought leader, the health leader of your group, whether it's your
hmm
friends, your family, both. And when people see you lost weight, you feel healthy, you are doing better in school, you're doing better in the weight room, you're doing better on the field. They're like, wait a second, this clearly worked for Arjun. They start
Yeah.
asking you questions, which is already happening with your friend, clearly. And then from
Yeah.
there, people start to emulate your actions. And that happened to me,
hmm
right? I started out,
Yeah.
I lost weight. My family struggled with weight, and other
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
did around me, right? And then eventually, once I lost weight, I helped other people lose weight. Then they're like, wait a second, let me, and then I helped them and they
Well,
lost weight. So it's kind
yeah.
of eventually, but to start, you've got to lead yourself. And that's the hard
Exactly.
part. You can't
Yeah.
really tell somebody not to make a cheesecake if you're fat. So it's like you have
Yeah.
to, you gotta. And that's what you're doing. You're freaking putting in the work, you're losing the weight, and now people are like, "Whoa, Arjun, I need to see what's going
Hmm.
on."
Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Like my mom tells me every day, she's like, this shirt was it was wrapping around my stomach when I started with you. And now it fits loose.
let's
I
go.
can wear a shirt. I used to not like I was at a point where I was running out of shirts to like that I could wear to school. I've been able to wear my large shirts. I was an extra large when I started with you. An extra large now is down to my half my quads. So
Talking about right there. That's what
it's
we're
it's
talking
it's
about.
really like I see the change. It's not just about like yeah. So a big thing is it's not weight loss, it's fat loss, which I think some people like question. Like my friend will ask me some days, he's like, I woke up 2:30, 2:34 this day, and now I'm waking up 2:36. Like, what's happening, man? I'm not losing weight. I'm like, it's gonna fluctuate. I stayed at 2:33 for a whole week, man.
I remember
So
you were
I
messaging
tell
me.
them, like, you're not doing weight loss. Wait, they're two completely different things. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
what's
correct.
happening? You're not doing it right. But no, it's fat loss, man.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it's all good. You know, it's
Yeah.
interesting because it depends, right? There's so many different factors behind it, but if you say you decrease your calories
Yeah.
and you increase your water and salt, you could keep on weight. If you're not having proper bowel movements, you could keep on weight. If you have more stress, if you have less
Hmm.
sleep, you're going to weigh heavier. If you increase carbs but decrease fat, you could lose fat and still gain a pound because you're retaining
Hmm.
more water. Every gram of carbs retains 3 to 4 grams of water. So there's a lot of nuance behind it. That's why the pictures, that's why clothing are really helpful. That's why
Yeah.
vascularity, all of that's really helpful other than just weight because you can actually see, okay, there's fat being lost in the waist,
Yeah.
even if only 5 pounds are lost, but you went down 2 inches. Well, that's huge.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a big thing like I saw for myself was like I had no veins in my arms. Like starting at this process. Now it's quick. Even if I hit bench press, like I start seeing two veins come down my forearm, and I have constant veins on the back.
That's what
So,
I'm talking
and
about.
a coach is pointing it out to you, or a friend is pointing it out to you while you're doing some tricep pushdowns, they're like, you got a nice bulgy vein going. You know it's real. That's when you know it's real. You take a shirt off in the mirror, and you know you can I sit on the toilet some days and I'm just looking at my old pictures and my new pictures. And it's like it's a big change, which is it drives you when you see the change. A number weight isn't going to drive you, which is something I found in the past.
Yeah, man, chasing the weight is I don't recommend that. That's why I like
So,
to do check-in pictures and how you feel, how's energy, how's digestion, because there's so much behind it. And you can tell
yeah,
when somebody's losing fat or when somebody's just losing weight and
losing
half of
weight.
it's muscle, and you're
Yeah.
doing it low carb and fasting, which
Hmm.
I've done personally, right? Many years ago, I did carnivore for a month. I've
Yeah.
done keto.
You've
I've
tried
done,
everything.
yeah, I've done 4-day fasts before. Like I drove from Buffalo to
Yeah.
Seattle, didn't eat food. Like I tried a lot of this stuff. So that's why I'm speaking from experience here.
Hmm.
Like this is very much the least stressful type of way
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
lose weight.
Yeah. So I want to just go to like straight to my next question, which is something I personally like is is a big difference in my life. It was how does connecting with like nature, going on walks, getting sunlight, how does that make a difference in this at this health at this time and era? Because these days, how many kids are going on a walk? Just think about it. How many kids are going on a walk? I don't see a single kid on a walk. It's only parents.
Man, you're speaking the truth right now. I was before this call actually, I was on a walk and I got soaking wet. And actually then I was out shirtless walking around and I got my hair so that I could get my hair right. Um, I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
Nature is powerful. Nature in
Hmm.
all religions really is worshipped. Nature
Yeah.
is I mean, man, I can't emphasize enough how much like 2 nights ago, I slept outside the whole night. I was like, you know what? I haven't slept outside in
Really?
a while. Put a sleeping
Wow.
bag outside. And I would just I do grounding every day. Like today, I ate breakfast in the
Hmm.
sun, in the grass. It's so peaceful. It's so
Yeah.
relaxing. And
Hmm.
in current times, right? We have a lot of different things going on. Air quality is one, but there's a lot of EMFs right? There's a lot of different dirty electricity within our houses,
Yeah.
Wi-Fi routers, there's EMFs and radiation in our pockets with our phone.
Hmm.
So when you're out in nature and you're connecting to the ground and you're getting the frequency of the earth, it's very relaxing.
Yeah.
And then seeing the animals and then seeing the trees and just when you
Talking
pull
to
your
trees,
vision,
man.
yeah, you pull the vision, yeah, as Coach Walnut says, right? Like rather than looking so close to your phone or even books or whatever, when you're out in nature, right, you start
Yeah.
looking so wide. And I think that's just there's something
Hmm.
therapeutic about that. And Ralph, I think Waldo Emerson talks about that. I forget. He's got a I'll have to find the quote. But yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, how about you? You feel a relaxation with it?
Yeah.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
too.
I like a big thing like I found like relaxing. Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. Sorry, I was lagging.
Oh, sorry, your voice yeah, no, you're good. Your voice cut out there, so I was like so yeah, like a big thing I found was like I go on so many walks now. At first, like you told me I was getting 8K steps a day, and I would need like a podcast. I would need a David Goggins podcast. I need a motivation podcast. I need music. I don't need that. I go with no headphones now.
That's the way to do it.
So like a big thing is like we have a park right outside our neighborhood. I go on the walk like it's admiring, like feeling how your feet feel, feeling like looking around, seeing the trees, seeing the grass, seeing the fields. It's so literally it's so peaceful. It calms your mind.
100%, man. And that's
Yeah.
constantly, I think people forget about that. And
Yeah.
hopefully people watching, just go outside, turn this off
Hmm.
if you need to, and walk outside.
Yeah.
And that's so relaxing.
Yeah.
We're constantly stimulated. And that overstimulation, I think, is just
Yeah.
it's a tough process to be in. So being in nature is fantastic.
Yeah.
And being in the sun or being under the moonlight or being under the stars, again, is just
Yeah.
it's amazing.
It is for sure. And like a big thing I found like honestly this year I might start biking to practice.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna
I
feel
love
great. I know
biking.
it's gonna. I'm gonna. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have like a little motor on my bike, so it'll go a little so I don't tire myself out. It's a little one. It's just an assist if you're going uphill. It recognizes you're going uphill and it'll start just assisting you. So I was like, I'm gonna start bike. It feels great. A 7 a.m. bike ride to a practice. Your friends look at you crazy, but they're like, Coach Burness, I think it was 2 years ago. I bike to practice every day. And he was like, "This is a long bike ride, man. This is a mile and a half." It's like this better not tire you out before practice. I'm like, "Don't worry, it won't."
Yeah,
But
man.
yeah,
No, it's not gonna touch. Like, you know who Chris Bumstead is?
I
Bodybuilder. Have
do.
you heard
Yeah,
of?
yeah.
Yeah, he
The
used to
bodybuilding.
run
Yeah,
yeah, he used to run to the gym and then run back, and it was like 3 or 4 miles. I used to run to practice or
yeah,
bike to practice all the time or skateboard.
yeah.
I, Again, you're building up your endurance. Other people are sitting
Hmm.
around like, oh yeah, if you just did it for the first day, you might be a little tired, but
Yeah.
after that, guess what? You're a freaking savage, man. Like
Hmm.
that's alpha move is to walk
It
there,
is.
bike
Yeah,
there. Like it's a mile and a half is nothing. What are you talking? What are you like?
yeah.
Come on,
It's
man.
nothing.
That's to
It's
bike.
nothing.
That's you can bike that in like five,
8 minutes.
7 minutes. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's with a motor too. Come on, man.
With a motor, you're going there fast.
Yeah, that's easy money.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, mostly downhill. Some of it's downhill. Some of it's
Mostly
uphill.
downhill. Oh,
Hey,
that's
I
yeah,
said some of it's uphill. Some of it's downhill.
yeah, yeah. I like it. Bike to
Yeah.
practice for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like it's I think a big thing is nature. I love nature, and that's a big thing. I used to never step. I mean, think about how many kids step outside now. When I grew up, at least we used to play backyard football games. We used to go bike around the neighborhood, go play some wiffle ball. Kids don't do that anymore, man. Kids don't do that at all anymore.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's a
no, you're right, man. It's
yeah.
a and hopefully we can kind of bring that back. That's
Hmm.
going to be the get outside narrative is
Yeah.
huge. My parents used to have to hawk me and my brothers down when I was little to come back inside. Like we'd just be, I was a night owl too,
Same
so
thing.
we'd be out all day, all night, and just knocking each
Yeah.
other's doors, trying to get people to play. And
Go ding dong ditch. Like go have fun. Like, go
yes,
do some
sir.
stupid, like, you're at this age, go do some stupid things outside. Just don't spend it inside.
And don't
Like,
forget, we always have to have fun too. Like
yeah,
even when I'm 27, I'm still like, hey, what can I do to have some fun, to do something silly?
yeah,
Like it's important to continue to have fun, to have new experiences. I think people
yeah.
forget about that. People in high school, I've got high schoolers I'm talking to today studying for the SAT, or I might get recruited by
Mhm.
Brown, or I got college guys, I got to get ready for the NFL, or I got guys working, or I got to get ready to own a house or a family. Before you know it, you forget to have fun. You're 60 years old. So you have to
Yeah,
remember
exactly.
to like still enjoy life and not still, but
Hmm.
truly enjoy it.
Yeah. And I think that's a big thing that comes off is what we're like talking about. Just like have fun. Don't restrict yourself onto something that determines you for this one test, for this one thing. I understand for the NFL guys, of course, it's a little different. That's their whole career. Like in my age, that one test isn't going to determine your whole life. It's not at
And the
all.
and the more importance, the more stress you give on something,
Mhm.
the likelihood of you like there's a really cool book, Reality Transurfing, that talks about putting importance
Yeah.
on things. And when you constantly stress about, oh my gosh, am I gonna get a good grade on this test? Is this girl gonna back to me? Is she gonna give me her number? Whatever your
Hmm.
questions, whatever your stress is, typically those things don't happen. You're overthinking it.
Yeah.
So sometimes you've just got to put in the work and then let it go. Let it happen.
Yeah.
It's whether you believe in God, the universe, or whatever it is, like it's gonna take care of itself. So don't
Yeah.
overstress. You can't control
Yeah.
everything. So do the
For
best you
sure.
can and then enjoy life.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That totally makes sense. So I'm gonna like I know we're running short on time here, but
You're
I
good.
was gonna
We can
wrap it
go.
up
We
with
can go
like,
longer if we need to.
oh, perfect. That sounds good then. I like this because it's like it's not only learning for me, but it's learning for everybody that's watching. Especially, I know I'm gonna force my friends to tune in on this. We have a study hall one day. I'm forcing all of them to tune in to watch this.
All
I'm
right.
gonna I'm
Sounds
gonna put
good.
it out to some teachers, maybe give my principal a little show on this. So I think
There we
another
go.
thing is a big misconception, or some people just don't know how much, is how much water to drink in a day. Like,
Oh
I
man,
don't
you're gonna get
know. I
controversial on me
personally
here,
right now,
Arjun.
because you have me through so many fluids. I know I don't drink a lot of fluids right now.
Well,
Do
you don't
I?
drink.
I,
You
I
don't.
drink a ton. I don't drink a lot of water.
There you go. There you go. Well, you know what's more hydrating
Yeah.
than water, Arjun? Milk,
Orange juice? Oh, okay. I
juice.
was gonna say orange
Yeah,
juice.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah, both. So I think water people misinterpret
Hmm.
liquid. They misinterpret water for hydration. Water and hydration are not the same thing. There's four electrolytes that are needed for
Yeah.
hydration. Okay, you need calcium, you need magnesium, you need
Hmm.
potassium, you need sodium, and then when you have those four electrolytes,
Yep.
then you need
Yep.
a liquid and a sugar to pull those into the muscle. So there's much more nuance behind just chugging water. If
Hmm.
you're just chugging water, you are likely
Yeah.
diluting your electrolytes. Okay. What do they give when people
Yeah.
have severe cramps in a football game or an athletic event or in life? An IV. Guess what's an
Some
IV?
they give them
Salt.
salt, a pickle juice. Yeah.
Yeah, salt. And then they give them an IV, which is heavy in salt. Okay. So, and then they
Yeah.
give you juice right after you wake up if you fainted. I used to faint all the time. And
Yeah.
in school and church, I used to pass out. And he gives you
Really?
juice. Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Thyroid issues. But
Okay,
either,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I used to just, I mean, Men in Center passed out. St. Louis Church in Pittsburgh passed out.
You went to
Many
Men's
places.
Center?
I did, yeah.
That's where I went to.
There we go, gang.
You went to the
Um,
were you Sutherland side though? You're Sutherland side, weren't
yes,
you?
yes, sir. I was.
Yeah, all football. I'm sure all football. I'm like the only Mendon kid. All
Really?
football
Menden used to be
guys.
the
Yeah.
dominant football force for us. I was like
No,
one of the
like
rarities.
a lot of guys went to a lot of college guys have gone to Charlie went to he went to Sutherland. Naismith, he was a few years back. He
Yeah, yeah,
went
yeah. I know his
to
older brother.
yeah, yeah, he went to Sutherland.
Mhm.
So we talk about it and they're like, might just want to transfer to Sutherland. Maybe he'll become a even
You
though he
guys have
plays
the
the
weight room
same
there.
thing.
What are you talking about? Menden's
I
sick,
know,
dude.
we have everything there.
Yeah, Menden's
I get to
awesome.
go down there early.
No, I like Menden
So
a
yeah,
lot. I
Mendon
like
is
the
awesome. Yeah.
Menden's got cool vibes there. It's a little more. I think I don't know. It depends on the vibe. I like Menden. It's chill. But either way, electrolytes, right? You
Yeah.
need sodium, you need potassium, you need calcium, you need magnesium. You're gonna get
Yeah.
those within food. So if you're having fruit all day,
Hmm.
which you're having, if you're having milk all day, if you're having juice all day,
Yeah.
well, you
I
might be
salt it.
having,
Yeah.
yeah, and you might be having 2 to 3 quarts or liters. if you are doing all of that
Hmm.
of liquid. So then water wise, you
Yeah.
might only need a quart or two. And hydration wise, you don't have to have some set amount of chugging water. Rather, right,
Hmm. Yeah.
it's realizing what am I peeing out? Is it dark yellow? Is it clear? You don't need it clear.
Yeah.
You don't need it dark yellow. You find that in
Should
between.
be
And
light
when
yellow. Right. Yeah.
correct, yeah. So that would be what I would say with hydration. I for
Hmm.
me personally, right? I've drank, I think, 12 or 16 ounces of water all day. It's 7:46
Hmm.
p.m.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
t
Yeah.
So like I drink mostly coffee, milk, and juice. So
Yeah.
it depends on the
I
person,
mean,
but yeah.
personally, right now, I think that's what I take. I have like a little shaker bottle, a bit like a 20-ounce one. I think maybe yeah, I drink 20 ounces a day too right now because I'm milk. I drink orange juice in the morning. I got fruit. I have a ton of fruit in my lunch. I got two orange juices in my lunchbox. One's 9, one's 12 ounces.
Stacked
So I
up.
mean, there's already 21 ounces. There's what is it, 12 ounces in the morning. So and then I don't have much space for water. Like there isn't supposed to be that much space for water because there is also already so much liquid going into my body.
Yeah, you got plenty of liquid, and that liquid
Yeah.
is packed with electrolytes, right? So now you don't have to take an electrolyte powder
Hmm.
that has
Yeah.
citric acid and artificial
Yeah.
sweeteners and artificial flavors and artificial colors and stored in plastic. Like you don't have to do all that. You have, oh
Yeah.
wait, I
Liquid
have
IV is
magnesium.
full of sugars. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's full of a lot of other crap too. Because again, sugar is
Yeah.
not necessarily like sugar
Met.
is a main
Yeah.
component of your diet, to be quite
Hmm.
frank, and mine.
Yeah.
But it's yeah, what comes with the sugar? How is the sugar processed and made?
Artificial, yeah.
Mhm. For sure.
Sweeteners, all those types of things. Like I think a big thing was like real sugar is super good for you. Like
Correct.
natural honey, maple syrup. Um, Ditch like the artificial. People think Diet Coke's good for them. Yeah, I tell people that's not like it's not true. Mexican cola, yes. Any like foreign soda, right? Anything besides the United States. Like I think European soda is a lot better too
Oh, I
because
haven't
they
had
use
any yet,
real.
actually.
Indian sodas also. I think Indian and Mexican cola is the same thing,
Oh, okay.
basically. So yeah, but you taste the difference. It doesn't taste like as artificial.
Absolutely. It tastes just
Yeah,
like I don't know. I was never, to be quite frank, I've never been a soda guy. Like growing up,
yeah,
everyone, like my brothers had Fanta or whatever like they always had the orange
hmm,
soda when we'd get food, and
yeah.
they loved the orange soda. I was like, no, I don't want it. I would have once in a while Tom Wall's root beer, like once a month or
I
once
love root
a couple
beer.
times a year. It was great, but
Yeah.
other than that, I never liked soda. And then the past year,
Hmm.
my coach Kate, she was like, you can have some Mexican Coca-Cola. You got to
Hmm.
get more carbs in, and I was like, all right, and
Yeah.
it's been enjoyable, so I can't complain. I probably have like
Yeah,
one
it
a day or
is.
maybe every other day. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's a little expensive though. You gotta be honest.
you got
Wegmans
to
is a
get a
little
whole
pricey
pack.
with it.
Yeah, it's like 36 bucks,
Is
I
it
think, for
is it cheaper
24.
that way?
Yeah, 30, I think it's like
Okay,
buck
that's not
50
bad.
per bottle. So if you buy them in bulk, that's what I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Solo, it's
So
probably
yeah,
more
okay,
expensive.
yeah. Costco has them in bulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Costco's great. Yeah.
But like a lot of people like just need like that fizziness or that carbonation. So like but people are so obsessed with like calories, right? So people are like the 0 calorie soda, it's got 0 calories. It's gonna fill me up. But that's just not how it works. Think about all the other stuff that's in it.
Yeah, well, what if it makes your gut barrier thinner? You have leaking endotoxin,
Yeah.
you've got more inflammation in your body, and your metabolism slows down. So now instead of diet, it's actually negative
Yeah.
200 calories because now your body instead of
Yeah.
typically burning 2000 calories, if you're having diet food and additives all the time, your metabolism is slowly reducing. So it's not a, I was just talking to the client today,
Hmm.
his digestion was kind of hit and miss.
Yeah.
Was down like 35, 40 pounds. He cut his artificial sweeteners a few weeks ago. Digestion's been amazing. 3 to 4, like 2 to 3
Hmm.
bowel movements a day, lost even more weight. And like that was a
Yeah.
huge thing. So I would highly recommend if you're
Yeah.
watching to reduce first and then uh, cut out the
Yeah.
artificial sweeteners. And if you have a sweet tooth,
Yeah.
it's your body telling you you need more sugar, and that's okay. You can have more sugar. Just be mindful of your
Hmm.
fats and remain active, and you'll be good. Oh wait, I can't hear you now. I don't know why. resume. Boom.
Perfect. So, yeah, so we were just talking about like the water,
Hydration.
trying to
Like,
hydration, right?
yes, sir. Yeah. I think we
Yeah,
covered it
yeah.
pretty well. I think we covered it pretty well.
Yeah, we
You,
did,
what's
for
the
sure.
next question you got?
Question. We should talk about sleep. How important is sleep? Like, not just in fat loss, but like most teenagers aren't getting that much sleep. They're getting 6 hours. They're getting 5 hours. Firstly, I don't. The least I've ever gotten is 7 hours and 30 minutes. I sleep a lot.
Yeah, you're a beast about the sleep. And to be quite frank, I used to be terrible about sleep. I was somebody
Really?
who,
Okay.
yeah, man, I never prioritized it enough until probably a year ago, maybe even less.
Hmm.
There's something about, I think in part of culture, it's like, freaking work hard, sleep less, keep
Yeah.
pushing. Like there's some like bravado about it. But
Yeah.
those, you know, the alpha guys, the real alpha guys actually, for the most part, do sleep. So then when there's times when they
Yeah.
don't need to sleep, they actually have time to not
Yeah.
sleep and they can push themselves. But the importance of sleep is huge. Of course, for hormone related,
Yeah.
for mental health related, sleep is pivotal for the release of growth hormone, for the allowing of you to rest mentally,
Hmm.
physically. I think it's a great time spiritually to really connect with yourself. I like to do a dream journal. So I like to journal before I sleep. I like to ask myself a question before I go to sleep. And then my dreams, I'm very interested in what my dreams are. And then I kind of ponder them.
Yeah.
So, and when you don't sleep a lot, when you have low sleep, it's very tough to even have dreams. Most people don't even
Yeah.
have dreams. They don't even know. I can recall like so many different dreams I've had recently. It's pretty cool. I used to not be like that. So,
Yeah.
there's a whole that's a whole nother discussion. But right, sleep, some things to do for sleep, right? How to get in the habit of sleeping more. One of the first things, and for men too, waking up with an erection in the morning is really important.
Yeah.
I don't say
Hmm.
that um lightly. That's a very important thing. It's a very important
Those, yeah.
hormonal measure for men. So be
Testosterone. Yeah.
absolutely, yeah. And the secretion of it properly, things are working well, waking up, feeling warm, at a temperature 97.8, hopefully to 98.2,
Yeah.
having a heart rate not too low, at like 65 or above typically.
Hmm.
So how to go about that, right? I think it's really important to have a wind down routine to really set yourself up. So many times
Hmm.
people say they don't have time for stuff. It always comes back to what they were doing before bed. Because then they go to
Yeah.
bed late, they wake up late, they don't do their workout, they don't prep their food, and before you know it, they didn't hit their goal. But it always
Yeah.
starts before they actually go to bed. So
Which is
before
scrolling
you
on
go
a
to
phone, probably.
Correct. So that's where it comes in to do a few things. Right next to me, I've got some books. Like I like to read before bed.
Hmm.
I'm somebody I
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
hit 10 pages a day. I'd like to hit either 10 pages. I always hit 10 pages of reading, but then either a page of journaling or 10 minutes, some type of writing. I think that really
Mhm.
helps. I like to take a warm shower before bed, and then I have my
Yeah.
night snack after my warm shower. So then I'll have like a little bit of dairy, salt, calcium with sugar and salt, magic elixir before bed for falling asleep. Really big.
Yeah.
Magnesium can be helpful as well. Not overhydrating. Make sure you have adequate salt in your dinner and snack before bed. It's going to make sure you don't have to go pee during sleep.
Yeah.
That's a really important one too. Sometimes people will
Yeah.
just chug water before bed, wake up 3 times in the middle of the night. No bueno. So those would be
Why
some
didn't I get any
things.
sleep last night? They wonder.
Yeah.
They're like,
Nice.
yeah.
And then I wear an eye cover too. So I always have an eye cover. That's really
Yeah.
helpful. If there's any artificial light in your room, I have my phone in a different room on airplane mode. I
I
use
think
an
that's a
alarm
big thing.
clock.
We gotta point out for every put their phone downstairs. IQ. At least my parents started that for me because of course like phone rules and stuff. But now it's just a habit. Even if my parents are home one day, I put it down. I put it downstairs. I can't sleep with my phone next to me. Doesn't ever work.
Again, self-discipline. And there's a lot of, man, go a lot of different places, but the phone, I think, listen, the phone knows, like, it can hear what's going on. And I think
I
it's
can't hear what's
important,
going on.
and I think it's important to have time away from that thing, man. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of different things if you look in, yeah, there's a lot of different aspects of it, but I would say
Mhm.
we want to have, autonomy, right? We want to have freedom. You want to be able to think what you want. And if you're always
Yeah.
influenced by a phone, which is giving other people's opinions, giving opinions of a collective that wants you to think a certain way, that's not very helpful for you. So to
And
be
you
able
need
to
to
think
think for
for
yourself.
yourself,
Yeah.
Yeah, to be able to think for yourself, you need to have time with yourself.
Yeah,
So taking time away from your phone. I don't like to have my phone in the morning either. Keep
yeah.
my phone on airplane mode for as long as I can, sometimes until noon or 1 p.m. I like
Hmm.
to really give myself time to calibrate. If I get on my phone right away, man, freaking
Your days.
stressed out.
Yeah,
Stressed out. And again, sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes I got like
yeah.
tomorrow, I got a haircut in the morning, I got busy travel, so I get tomorrow's gonna be, but I'm gonna enter the day and still understand
Uh-huh.
I'm okay. I can still, I like, if I had to sleep next to my phone, it's okay. Like, don't you, the key with it for sleep is not to get too fragile either. To
Yeah,
also realize, right, you're, those things don't control you. You control it. So even if if you're in a situation that's not ideal, you can still make it through it. But
yeah.
then obviously, most of the time, we'd like to have it, if we can control the situation, the phone out of the room, have a manual alarm clock, the first few minutes of your day, get in the sun, don't be scrolling on your phone.
Hmm.
And then a lot of times too, substitute that phone time. If you're just like, oh, I'm going to put my phone away and then not do anything, chances are you're going to relapse, right? It's like
Yeah.
substituting, people are addicts and they don't replace their social time, say they're alcoholic in a bar with something else, they probably get a relapse. You have to replace that. So for a phone addiction, which is what most people have, replacing that with
Hmm.
reading is really helpful. Like for me, I have a book in my bathroom. So most of the time,
Yeah.
most people are scrolling when they're on the bathroom, right? Rather,
Yep.
I'm reading a book because I don't want to sit on the toilet for 3 minutes when it only takes me three. Or in the
Yeah.
bedroom, right? Same thing. Have a book, certain things like that, even on your table, kitchen table, rather than scrolling on your phone, having a book or something. And then eventually you're like, oh, I don't even feel like reading. I'm just going to enjoy my food or enjoy my
Hmm.
meditation before bed or prayer, whatever it may be.
Yeah, yeah. So like I think a big thing like I found for myself is like in the morning, I've tried it before. I've had my phone next to me before getting morning. It's no matter what I've done, it takes at least an extra 20 minutes for me to get ready. It's not even like me trying to control myself. It's just that it's right there and you know you can go pick it up whenever you want. But when you keep it downstairs, you know to yourself like no, you're not going to you're not going downstairs half without like looking good. You're going to brush your teeth, you're going to change, you're going to get ready and you're going to go down to eat breakfast and then go to school. So like a big thing I think people should do is when you're brushing your teeth, just walk around like the top of your house. That's what I do. I open my windows right here first thing in the morning and I just look outside. And it passes time. It passes like 2 to 3 minutes, but it's not waste. I don't think it's wasting time in my life. It's actually me like interpreting what I'm doing, or maybe I'm getting my fit ready for the day while brushing my teeth. But I'm being busy. I'm actually using my time wisely.
Yeah. And that's awesome. It's a lot of these things is I don't like to be too prescriptive because everything
Hmm.
and everybody has different things. Some days I like to
Yeah.
do it silently. Some days I like to be listening to music. I heard a new band recently and I'll put that on and I'll
Yeah.
just be like brushing my teeth, getting ready, or sometimes like it depends what kind of day it is for you. So,
Yes.
but find what works for you, like you've done, and I think you'll
Yeah.
notice a lot less stress the more time you are off your phone, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely a big thing. Yeah. Yeah. I think honestly, like I think we covered it all. Like for probably
Beautiful.
pe- people that are wondering, like at my age at least, I think that answers every single question what they probably are wondering.
Good, man. I like it. Well, send it to your friends and different people, and
Oh, I will.
if they have more questions, we'll circle back
I'll tell them
and
to
do another
reach
one.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or or reach out if you want, or if you've got questions, send them, put them in the comment section or send them to Arjun or myself, and
Yeah.
we'll record another one of these. These are fun, so I appreciate you, man.
These are fun. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Take
We'll
care.
get this on Instagram maybe. Maybe well YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah,
People
I
can
don't know
check
how
it out.
to. I'll put it on YouTube, which is
Yeah,
if somebody's watching right now, it's already on YouTube. But
yeah.
I'll have
Yeah.
like I have this thing called Opus Clips where I can send
Okay.
clips on Instagram. So then I'll we
Hmm.
can just put them out there and I can tag you or I can hit collab and then it'll show up on yours too.
Yeah, perfect. That sounds good then.
So all
But
right. Well, everyone, thank you for watching. Again, this is Arjun out here killing it, down 19 pounds, and I'm Jack. If you're looking for health advice, check out my channel or Instagram, or feel free to message me or email me. And have a great rest of the day. Take some time off the phone, get out in nature, eat quality food, smile, and enjoy life. We'll talk to you later.
yeah. Thank you guys. See ya.
Peace.